everybody. I'm just going to pre-record the first part of our lunch today, partly because my kids are on virtual school, and if I try to do a live right now, I can guarantee that I would get kicked off. So I am going to do some prep for dinner tonight, as well as I am going to do the first part of what our lunch is going to be today. So, our ice cream maker. Our ice cream maker is amazing. So I am going to make the base liquid right now that we'll put into our ice cream maker, hopefully live this evening. And then you'll be able to see the ice cream maker in action. So I've got our two batter bowls. I've got our classic batter bowl. And then I've got our mini. Our mini is 1 liter or 4 cups. And our classic is 8 cups or 2 liters. So depending if you're, what measurement unit you use. They also come with amazing lids that snap on, so you can put stuff directly into the fridge or store it until later. And so I love that. So these are microwave safe, dishwasher safe. You can put the glass bowl part, not the lid, in the oven. I believe it's up to 400. I will have to double check that. But yeah, it's awesome. So to make an ice cream base, your basic ice cream base would be 2 cups whipping cream, 1 cup whole milk, half a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla would just be your simple vanilla recipe that you then build on. So we are going to be adding our 2 cups of heavy cream. Again, you can do milk alternatives for this as well. So it does not have to, so you can make it, dairy free. So we're going to do 2 cups. And I could measure it right in here, but I love our easy read measuring cups and that I can see exactly how much I'm pouring. Anyway, so we're going to do our 2 cups of heavy cream. Now, this is where we're going to mix it up a little bit today. Instead of adding whole milk, I have Oreo creamer. So a flavored creamer. They were on sale the other day. So I am going to add a cup of this instead of whole milk because it's still the same sort of fat level, I guess you could say. Again, you could do this and make frozen yogurt with it. You could make slushies with this. You can do so many things with it. So in goes, move these out of the way. In goes our cup of Oreo flavored creamer. Now I am going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar just because the creamer in that much, although it's sweet when you put it in your coffee, it still has a bit of a bitter taste, I find. But that's just me. You don't have to do this. Wow, red shirt on camera makes me look that much redder. Anyway, so it's 1/4 cup of sugar. And then just to bring out the chocolatey notes, we're going to add a couple squirts of, or swirls, whatever you want to say, of chocolate syrup. Then we're just going to give it all a good mix until you feel that all that sugar is not stuck on the bottom. You don't want to start it being whipping cream yet, but you do want to give it a good mix. And then this you pop in the refrigerator. You can do it for only about an hour, but it's better if you leave it for 3 or 4 hours because the lower temperature it gets, the better. So you're thinking, oh, I want ice cream with dinner. Make your base at lunch, put it in the fridge, and then when you are almost done serving dinner, pop it into the ice cream maker, and by the time you're done eating dinner, and clearing the table, your ice cream will be ready to just eat by itself, to add your other ingredients, to put it on some apple pie, whatever you want. So this is going to get put into the refrigerator, if I have space in the refrigerator. All right, I got it to fit in the refrigerator. Alrighty, so next we are going to make one of the quick cooker recipes that was in the party using the quick cooker. So we're going to make the hot chicken barbecue dip. But instead of just doing it as a hot dip with chips or pita bread or any whatever you want to use for dipping, we're going to turn it into quesadillas using our brand new deluxe griddle and grill for lunch. So I'm going to show you that at lunchtime. So we're going to use this bad boy. So this is a far superior version of the Instapot. I was a Instapot. I used it all the time. I got this with my consultants kit, and I love it so much more than my Instapot. The pressure, we'll bring you on over. Let's see. So the one thing I like, and cat hair all over it, is that the pressure release valve is away from where the steam comes out. So you're not doing that, using the wooden spoon to sort of flick the thing to make sure you don't get steam. You just have to press a button and it'll naturally steam release. This back here is the little red button that comes up when you're pressurized. If you want to do a natural pressure release, you just leave it after everything's done and this will pop down after 10-15 minutes. If you want to do a manual one because you want to get that steam out of there because you got to add other ingredients, you're just going to pop that down. All your steam's going to come out. Make sure it's out from underneath your cabinets or they will wear it, especially if you're doing a soup or a stew. Anyway, so then we have all of our different settings. So we've got, you can sear, you can steam, slow cook, you can proof bread, like dough in this. You can also cook dough in this in the ceramic insert, which is really awesome. It's got presets for chicken and beef and fish, stew, soups, white rice, brown rice, whole grains, beans, desserts. You can make a cheesecake in this thing. You can make hard-boiled eggs in this thing. You can do your chicken on the bottom and your rice on the top. I didn't think, and I left all the accessories in my cupboard in the other room, but I will show them to you. Anyway, but there's a bun pan, the ceramic pot, there's steamer inserts. There's so many different things that come with this, and it's absolutely amazing. This has me even contemplating getting rid of my actual slow cooker, but don't know if I'm quite there yet. Anyway, so we are going to make this chicken now. So if you didn't know, we do carry a scale that does pounds, ounces, grams. It measures it all, and so if you've got a recipe that's very precise, whether it's for baking and you need to measure out your flour and your weight, or if it's for chicken, so this calls for a pound of chicken tenderloins. This is just over a pound, this whole package, because I'm horrible at converting the kilograms that are on our meat packages into pounds. So I'm just going to, and there goes the scale. But it's durable and not broken. All right, so it's not the one I want. There we go. So I am just going to cut these into singing at me. I'm just going to cut these into strips and we're going to put them in the slow cooker. So this is called the chicken or barbecue chicken dip. Now, I didn't have any of the smoky barbecue that it calls for, so I am going to use the Southwestern stuff that I've got instead. I didn't have the pepper jack cheese, but I've got some Tex-Mex cheese, and I've got some shredded leftover, oh my goodness, my brain is not thinking, just marble cheese from the other night. So I'm just going to use those. Again, I think I told you guys the other day, I'm trying to use up the left of my pre-cut garlic. So do that, but I also have fresh garlic that you can do. You do what you have to do. If you don't have any fresh garlic, whether it be fresh or fresh pre-crushed in a, or I can't talk today. Yeah, the pre-chopped stuff in the jar. Then use some garlic powder. You do what you have to do, especially if we're only allowed to go to the grocery store, you know, once a week or whatever it may be right now. Then if you forgot an ingredient, you just adapt. That's half of the fun of being in the kitchen, is making things. Sorry, I need to get the chicken off the hands. Making things work. I have a tiny kitchen. I gotta make things work sometimes. So let's put that over there. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of times I'm taking my knives from here. This is our knife set and knife block. The knives are absolutely amazing. Forged in Germany. The steel goes all the way through, metal rivets. The weight of these things is just absolutely amazing. I didn't have to pay for this. So I got this for free for a goal of selling so much product when I became a new consultant in my first 90 days. That was the end prize. I actually got a whole bunch of stuff, but I really wanted that knife set. So one good reason to become a consultant is all the free products that you can earn. So that's really awesome. So we've got our chicken in. We're then going to do an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. If you want to do light cream cheese, you may do that. If you want to do an alternative cheese, I don't know what alternative cheeses are. By all means, oh, there we go. Do that. Again, do what works for you, but the recipe does call for this. So we're going to put that in just as is. Then we are going to do a half a cup of chicken stock. Half a cup. Half a cup of chicken stock. Now, whenever you do something in the quick cooker, you need to have liquid. Should be no less than half a cup. A cup is better depending on what you're making. This cheese is going to liquefy as we get going here. So that's going to work that way. Then we are going to do a half a cup of frozen corn. We are going to do, oh, I put it in there already. I'll use it again. About a half a cup, one small red onion. So this is the red onion that I made the other day for our tater tot tacos. And this is, recipe wants it a little bit finer chopped. So I just put the blade back in because this was still sitting in the fridge and just chopped it a little bit more. All right. So the rest of this is going to go into probably a 1 cup prep bowl and just get put in the fridge. So there's our onion. Then we are going to do 2 tablespoons of smoky barbecue rub. But like I said, I don't have that at the moment. So we are going to do Another thing why I like the shape of our measure, it can get in. Round ones don't always get in. So I am going to do a tablespoon of our Southwestern. And then I'm actually going to do of course you're buried. I do have a bit of smoky paprika, so I'm going to do a bit of that. Again, we're making it work for what I've got in the house. So there is that. And then the garlic. So this is our garlic press, which is amazing. I love it. Dishwasher safe. Best part about it is it comes with a Barbie brush. So you've crushed this, you're going to wash it, you've got all the stuff, especially when you because you can leave the skin, the peel on your garlic to press it. You're left with all the stuff in the holes in the bottom. So this lovely little thing fits in to pop out all those little pieces. And then it just sits right in the handle for storage. So that is our garlic press. I love that. But again, I'm trying to get rid of this garlic here. And so 2 cloves of garlic. So depending on how big your garlic cloves are, there's that. And then you're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to set this thing. So you're also going to have 4 ounces of the pepper jack cheese, or 1 cup grated, and a 1/2 cup of low fat or high fat, whatever you have, plain Greek yogurt. Make sure you don't buy vanilla by mistake. I almost did. Anyway, so I'm going to put our lid on. Now, it took me a little bit longer to get this all ready than I thought before I started recording. But I was going to do a delayed start on this so that it would be ready right when kids were done for lunch break. So we'd be able to add the other ingredients, do this, and then go straight into quesadilla mixing. Yes?
It's not.
Kid asking question. Anyway, so this one, we're going to use our custom setting. We are going to do time for, where is it? 6 minutes. So we're going to turn our dial. Oh, no. That's right. Custom time, 6 minutes. The air fryer, you turn the handle for the time. You quick cook, you do this. So then if I wanted to change my pressure, I can change my pressure. So if you're doing something that's slow cooker, or even if you're doing a pressured thing and the recipe says low pressure, medium pressure, you can change that. You can also click delay. So if I click delay, automatically it's going to start 30 minutes. I can do this up to 24 hours. So you're doing something in here that you want ready for dinner and you go to work all day, set this in the morning so that it will start at 4 o'clock, 4:30, whatever the recipe is, and be ready or just finishing up when you get home from work. It also has a keep warm setting. So once it's done its cycle, it will stay on the keep warm setting. So then you would just hit start. I'm going to hit cancel though, because I am just going to start it now. So custom time. You can also hold it. 6 minutes, start. So this is what it's going to do. It's going around as it's pressurizing. Once the little red dot comes up and it's pressurized, again, depending on how much liquid, how much stuff you have in here, it'll take a little bit longer to pressurize, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Average 8 to 10 minutes, like it does not take long, and you get to walk away from it. then it will start counting down the time as it cooks. So with this, when the recipe is done, we're going to do a manual pressure release. Then we're going to stir in that cheese and the Greek yogurt. We're going to let it sit for a few minutes just to thicken up. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it on the grill and griddle. Because we used our spices today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those, and then we'll say bye for a few minutes. So we have an amazing, make sure you can see, an amazing line of spices. We have a ton that have just come out recently. Guacamole dip, French onion dip. Our salt and vinegar is brand new. Our seasoning salt is very new. Everything but the pizza. And our rotisserie. This on a chicken in the air fryer. Oh, then, some store-bought Swiss chalet sauce. Really, really good. So these spices, the quality is phenomenal. A lot of times if a recipe does call for a tablespoon, you don't necessarily need to use a tablespoon because these are just not potent and overpowering, just the quality is there that you don't necessarily always need the full amount. The French onion dip, you just add to sour cream and you've got a French onion dip. The herb and onion I use on chicken, roasts, a whole bunch of things. Herb and garlic, same idea, all the time. Now, this one is what I want to talk to you about. And again, I'm sorry, it's backwards. This is the rosemary herb. I don't like rosemary. I love this. I've never liked rosemary. I don't know how many times I've thrown out dried rosemary from my spice rack because I needed it for a recipe and then never use it and regretted putting it in the recipe. But Pampered Chef has this little thing called Taste Buds. It is a monthly subscription that you pay for and you get 3 recipes, a bunch of tricks and tips. You get access to a special part of the website that only Taste Buds people get access to, with even more recipes and more, like, just the goodies. It's amazing. But with those recipes comes a very large package of seasonings. So for this one, it was the Jamaican jerk, the chili, lime chili, and the Asian seasoning. Now, I haven't had a chance to make these ones yet, so they're not open. But one of the first ones I got was the rosemary herb. And it said to try it on some potatoes in the air fryer, or some like turnips and like your fall veggies roasted, or on chicken. Now, anytime I've had it before, it's typically been on like the roasted vegetables. So I thought, I'll put a little bit on chicken. I pretty much now don't make chicken without it. I love it. I would have not bought it if I did not have the sample pack and the recipe for the Taste Buds. So there might be spices out there that you're not sure about. The Taste Buds is just, it's so exciting when the Taste Buds envelope comes in the mail, because I don't know what the spices are. It's new to me every month. I don't get a preview of it as a consultant. I don't get a preview of it as a Taste Buds subscriber, but it's phenomenal. So that is an amazing way to introduce yourself and your family to some added flavor. And yeah, I can hear the quick cooker. It's starting to bubble and boil. Also just wanted to say that all of our power tools, so the blender, the air fryer, the quick cooker, and the grill and griddle I'm going to show with you, come with a beautiful cookbook that has a menu with your settings for all of your different vegetables, meats, seafoods, and then it also comes with a bunch of absolutely beautiful recipes. So you're not left in the lurch when you get one of these new machines. They give you so much that you can start with. So I am going to hit stop on this and hopefully get it loaded up to the page so that you can see this before this finishes and come back live. I also need to clean the counter up so that we can do the next part of this. So I will talk to you guys in a few minutes. Bye.